Ooh. Hello, it's Rachel, and today we're doing a little bit of something special. So initially I did prepare some slides for this, and then I decided to just go all out onto life. So we'll see how that goes. Now, today we'll be talking about the top 5 regrets of the dying. And I just read this book recently. It's by Bronnie Ware, and I felt that it was a really, really good book because it made me realize something, which is I was initially really afraid of dying, and I just felt so scared. I didn't know what should I do. I didn't want to die. I didn't want to grow old. I just didn't want to face death at all. And then after reading this book, I realized that maybe it isn't death that I fear so much, but it's more the regrets that I might have when I'm on my deathbed. And so that is the reason why I decided to share about this topic, which is the top 5 regrets of the dying. So, regret number 1 is I wish I had the courage to live a life that's true to myself and not the life that others expect of me. And this is really common because a lot of times I believe that our environment pushes us to be people whom like other people think we should be, but it doesn't mean that it is supposed to be who we are. And for example, maybe you were in like an abusive relationship and the environment just basically tells you to, bear with it because you shouldn't be, for example, especially in marriages, you shouldn't be going through a divorce because the divorce is bad, it's like taboo and things like that. And therefore, people choose to be in that abusive relationship because they don't want to be judged by others. But that is precisely the reason why, at the death at their deathbed, they might feel really kind of like regrets because they haven't tried to live a life that is true to them. They haven't tried to live a life that they deserve. And which is why you want to basically craft your own path out in life and just not care about what other people think about you because there will be everyone who has their opinions about how you should live your life, but it is your life ultimately. And so you live it your way. Now, the second one that Bronnie shares is I wished I hadn't worked so hard because old there was this man when she worked as a palliative care carer where he worked really hard for his whole life just to give his wife basically enough retirement money so that they could go out and have fun. But he just kept working and working and working. Even when his wife told him that, hey, we've got enough, maybe it's time that we should spend some time together and go out to travel the world. And they both love traveling. But he just felt that maybe just one more year would be enough. And as he continued to work that very last year, his wife fell sick and passed away, even before he had the chance to go on to traveling with his wife. And so, with this statement, I think a lot of people might, take it the wrong way that, hey, we shouldn't work so hard. But to be honest, it's more about finding the balance between work and play. So, if you've actually noticed most of the entrepreneurs, yes, they work really hard. And it's not as if they're just workaholics, they don't play at all. They do play. They play hard when they should, then they work hard when they should. And so, it's about finding that balance where you give your body enough time to rest, to recuperate, to feel, energized again and to put that, battery on. And you also have times where you just work hard, do your best, do everything you can to, for example, build that business, build the body that you want, build the relationships, increase your connections and your network and things like that. And so it's about finding that balance. Number three of the top regret would be I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. So this one is a little bit more on the side of vulnerability because um we're all kind of scared of like people judging us. We're all kind of scared of like making mistakes and feeling that people are laughing at us or humiliated and things like that. And it becomes hard because we just trap ourselves in our own shell. We put out spikes, we put out armor, we don't want to get hurt by others. And obviously, in turn, nobody understands you as well because you're just, blocking everyone out. And well, that is a really good way to prevent yourself from getting hurt. That is also a really good way to basically prevent yourself from getting loved wholly, truly, and very wholesomely, like authentically. And so with the third regret, it's just because this particular gentleman um hadn't really told his wife and his sons and his daughters all about himself and being vulnerable with them. And so even on his deathbed, his children and his wife um still don't really understand him and tries to like placate him and say that hey, you're getting better, when he knows really well that he is actually not getting better. And so it's like no one's telling him the truth because no one wants to face the truth, and he isn't vulnerable with people as well. Like the only person that told him the truth was the carer, which is Bronnie. And so the idea here is, if you've got someone you like, just go for it, say I like you. And the biggest thing you can get is a rejection. But we've talked about it last time that a rejection is nothing more than just having no change in your current status. It really doesn't mean anything else. And it only tells you that, hey, you gotta try a different way, try harder. You know, eventually you'll get that yes. Maybe it's a no now, but you will definitely get the yes. Maybe it's not from that person, but it is from someone else who might love you a lot more, wholesomely, a lot more truly, and who might be the suitable one for you rather than the one you think is the best for you. All right. The next one is regret number four, which is I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. Now, that is a touchy topic because I personally haven't really stayed too much in touch. So it is a very good reminder for myself to get in touch again. But the other thing is, obviously, you want to make sure that you stay in touch with the friends who support you throughout your journey and not the friends who put you down. So it is really important that you find a supportive team beside you, and basically people who will push you to become a better version of yourself and not judge you for trying to make changes in your life, things like that. And so what you want to do is to stay in touch so you don't grow old and lonely. Finally, okay, finally, the last regret is I wish I had let myself be happier. So that is also quite sensitive as well because in this world, especially people who have been hurt before, and I myself also included, it is really quite hard to I guess it's more about like, because you've been hurt before, I've been hurt before, and we're just like, we don't want people to hurt us anymore. So we want to have this like strong front. We want to be, that very, very strong person that could hold up like our own world. We could like basically just, you know, command people around because we need to become that person that supports ourselves because other people have essentially, you know, either betrayed you, hurt you in some way, shape, or form. All right. So, but that also leads us to become the person that's gonna, obviously, as you become more successful, you want to chase after more success and things like that. And then it becomes hard to be happy because you're just not happy with the status quo. You're just like, I should have more, more, more. I should, you know, achieve this, achieve that, and I should make sure that I'm able to show the world that I can do this and I am very capable and things like that. And so what becomes of this is sometimes some people find it very difficult to let themselves be happy. And I think the biggest reason behind this is how they are all chasing for more. In fact, every one of us wants more, but not every one of us can appreciate what we have. And I myself find that this is also a learning journey for me, to express my appreciation and gratitude for every single day, for my friends that's around me, for my parents, for my family, and everyone. And so, with that, I've been um, basically reflecting on this a bit and getting myself to do a bit more of those kind of gratitude exercises. And so this makes me appreciate um, my current status. Like, I may not be where I want to be now, but I know I'm working towards that goal. And I know that I've got people supporting me. And I know that through this process, and I let myself be happier because this whole thing is a journey. I've always seen it as an outcome, but I feel like that's not the way that it should be. And especially in entrepreneurship, in business, it is ultimately a long journey. It is not like a short run. It is definitely a marathon. So it's all about like improving yourselves one step at a time, and through that enjoying the process of growth as well. And so it is important to let yourself be happier no matter what you choose to do. And if you're not happy with your current situation, then, do something to make some changes. And with that, that is all the top 5 regrets of the dying. I hope that you um basically, treasure everyone around you and make someone else's day better, and make sure that you do whatever you can to leave no regrets before your deathbed. All right. That is it for today. And I wish you all a very amazing day. And see ya.